Well, good afternoon. It's a warm 85 degrees here in the Gem City, Monrovia, and I'm out in the garage. I'm getting ready to pack up some things for vacation this weekend. We're going to take a little trip, but thought I'd make a quick video of these two lanterns before I get started. The lantern on the left is, of course, a 40s 50s era Dietz Little Wizard, original blue metallic paint, in pretty good shape. Has the original globe. Yeah, it's holding up pretty good. Great little lantern. It's the D-Light's little brother, I'd call it. And then the lantern to the right, there is the Peacock lamp. Now I wanted to give a little information on this thing, which I have very little of. It just says Peacock lamp on the back of the fount. I'll show you. There we are. So you can see that. Peacock lamp. That's all she says. That's all there is. Some aging silver paint. It's obviously been used. That's it. The Peacock lamp. Yay! Okay, well, here we are. We have this awesome burning 1940s, 50s era Dietz Little Wizard. The reason I have this, besides it's just a neat looking lantern, is because it reminds me of camping in Wawona back in the 80s when I was just a little kid. And I remember very distinctively walking to an amphitheater, and they would set up these lanterns at the end of each aisle in that theater, and they would set up a bonfire, and there would be a scoutmaster or maybe a park ranger, and he'd tell stories of folklore and history of the area. And being a young kid and it getting very dark outside there, I'd be kind of, not afraid for so much, but it was an interesting, place to be. No light except for these old lanterns burning at each end of the aisle, and that was comforting. It was nice, and I liked the smell of the kerosene, and I haven't been able to forget it. That was something that stuck with me, and also an ingredient to the reason why I've sought after these old kerosene lanterns and continue to use them most nights, actually. So that's one thing about them. The other thing that most people also ask is, well, why besides that? Well, it's interesting. I've been kind of a dreamer of sorts, and sometimes I have dreams that are very vivid. And I remember when I was about maybe 9.5, maybe 10. I remember having a dream, and I was on a mountainside. Okay, no other information besides that, but just a mountainside, and there was a mine shaft, like an open mine from like the 1800s, of course, and there was a door, and I went into this door, and all I remember is this long corridor with the old wood shoring lining the walls all the way down to a vanishing point where it just escapes into the dark. And on the pillars of the shoring, there was kerosene lanterns lighting the way deeper into the mountain, into this mine. But I remember that the light was, I don't know, maybe signifying safety, and the road ahead was dark and uncertain, but there's light to be had. I don't know. I'm not really someone who can interpret dreams, but anyone can interpret that how they wish. But I remember waking up and wanting one of these kerosene lanterns, very much so. A video or so ago, you might have seen one with the pickle jar globe. Well, that was the first one that started this collecting bug, and that was the very first lantern that was in answer to my dream and wanting to have these. So there you go. A little more history on why I like these lanterns and why I think they're important or special. So there, that's the Dietz Little Wizard. Reminds me of Yosemite, Wawona, 1980s, being a kid, being out in the woods with my family and friends. And this little peacock lantern. It's a really funny little guy. I found it at the antique store that used to be up here in Monrovia back in 1990, maybe 89. For $4. And if anyone has any information on what a peacock lamp is, who made it, where it was sold originally, that'd be fantastic. I'd love to hear it. But that's it. All right, this video's long enough, so take care. Until next time, God bless.